this video is going to be the first of a series of videos that comes like about losing weight and about creating emotional stability within yourself in order to lose that weight and to control your thought process. And then from there, it's going to build up into what society has taught us about food and the kind of the ideas that they've implemented in our minds about being healthy and exercising and all of that. And then from there, of course, it'll build up into actually how to change your diet in order to lose weight. And from there, it'll build up into the fitness aspect of everything, and I'll have fitness videos and all of those different things. So before I begin, I want to tell you guys that I have my laptop here, and just so that I don't ramble, I don't kind of go off on a tangent, I went ahead and kind of organized my thoughts, how they teach us in school. I organized my thoughts on here so that I don't do like what I'm doing right now and just keep going on and on. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. So we constantly hear about how we need to like eat healthy and exercise in order to get the dream body, or what we think is the dream body. But we never hear about the most important part of all of that, and that is our thought process, like before, during, and after our journey of trying to lose weight and be healthy. So a huge part of this thought process is what, like I said earlier, what society teaches us are healthy foods or unhealthy foods, and they tell us when to eat and how to eat and how much of it to eat and all of those different things. But I'm not going to be discussing that part in this video. That's a very important part of breaking these like concepts and of actually losing weight, but I won't be discussing that in this video because that'll be way too long of a video. But in this one, I want to talk about how like we mentally help ourselves during the process and how we set ourselves back. When I was trying to lose 35 pounds a couple of years ago, about 4 years ago actually, when I first started college, I started with a ton of motivation, and I would look at pictures of girls on Instagram with nice bodies that I thought were nice bodies, and I would like get inspired to change by them. And I would begin working out like crazy and eating healthy and just doing the best way that I thought was to lose weight. And for me, exercising was really easy. I had no problems with that because if you think about it, exercising is quick and easy. You just go in, get it done. I mean, it's not easy, but you go in and get it done, and then you're done for the rest of the day. You can chill until the next day or whatever. But with eating healthy, it was a different story. So I would like exercise in the morning for 60 minutes and then do cardio. And then in the evening, I would go lift weights. And then eating healthy became a problem because throughout the day, I had to actually talk myself through getting through the day to eating healthy throughout the day, because it was just very difficult and I was constantly craving, and I was constantly wanting to be pulled back into my old habits of how I was eating. And so that was just a completely different story. So at first I would hold on to my self-control for like about a week or 2 weeks at a time, but then I would have something that I knew I shouldn't eat, and I would break down from there, and I would break trust with myself because I had set an unreasonable goal of I'm not going to have anything sweet until whenever I lose all the weight. First of all, completely illogical, completely unreasonable, and overwhelming. Second of all, I would break trust with myself because naturally I fell into eating something that I shouldn't eat. And then what I would do, because I broke trust with myself and because I would feel guilty all over again, I would just begin binging, and I would like eat whatever I wanted and however much I wanted and whatever. And I would begin feeling guilty and sad all over again, and I would look at the pictures. Now the pictures I looked at before for inspiration on Instagram, like of the girls, were now pictures of like, they're kind of like a slap in the face and made me feel even more guilty and sad. So I bet all of this sounds very familiar to some of you, and it's the main point of this video. The main point is, why do we binge? And why do we feel guilty after our binges? And the reason is actually pretty simple when you understand it. So the reason is because we haven't built up trust with ourselves. That's how we completely restrict ourselves to like an overwhelming point, and we don't allow ourselves to have anything because we know that we won't be able to control ourselves. So we know that if we have one cookie, we're going to end up having 2 or 3 or 4, and we're not going to be able to stop ourselves. So if we did things differently, we would not have this problem. So let me offer you a scenario. I'm trying to lose weight, and I know that nutrition and healthy eating are an important part of all of this. So I decided that I'll begin making healthier choices throughout my day. So the first week I cut down on sugar. The second week I cut down on, salt, if you're a big salt person. The third week I cut down on soda, and then I started switching white bread for whole grain bread, and which the way I'm telling you right now is actually a very healthy way of changing your diet. Excuse me, but I'll be talking about that more in another video. But throughout all this time of making changes to my diet, I realized the importance of allowing myself to have something that I crave or something that I'm leaving behind, or trying to change from my diet. So I allow myself to have every once in a while a cookie or a scoop of ice cream or whatever I deem healthy prior to begin eating that. But I restrict myself completely. I mean, I do whatever I can within my power. If it means only buying one cookie or only getting one scoop of ice cream, giving the rest away, whatever the means are, you stick to that portion size you deem is right. And that's it. And guess what happens? You build up a notch of trust with yourself. You're building up self-esteem. So the next time that you crave that cookie, even if it's the very next day, you know that you can have just one and stop yourself because you did it the day before and because you built up trust with yourself. And this is how you don't end up binging, and this is how you begin reaching your goals. So you allow yourself to have things that you like, but within reason. So building up trust with yourself is a very important part when it comes to the mental component of weight loss. And, it makes me think about when I was working hard to lose weight. Each day I would crave things like ice cream, especially ice cream. That's my weakness. I love ice cream and I eat it all the time. And what I would do is I would tell myself that on that specific day, I won't eat ice cream. Like when I very first started, the first day I think that I actually started eating healthy, I started craving ice cream like crazy throughout the day. And I would tell myself, okay, today I'm not going to have any of that ice cream. I'll eat it tomorrow instead. Let me stick to eating healthy. Let me stick to, my goals or whatever, and say I'm not going to have it. So then what would happen is, sorry, I'm playing with my hair. So then what would happen is the next day I would be so proud of myself for having stuck to that the day before that I wouldn't even have it the next day. And then it kept building up and building up. And it just weeks would go by where I wouldn't eat ice cream or I wouldn't eat something that I shouldn't be eating or whatever. And it was interesting because I built up trust with myself and I no longer had a fear of binging, and I no longer had a fear of allowing myself to have something every once in a while or however often I wanted to. And of course, as I stuck to all of this new pattern of eating, I began to see results, and then it became something tangible that kept me to eating healthy and not struggling with that. So the way we motivate ourselves from within is key. It is so important to losing weight and being healthy overall. And it's crucial to understand the importance of our thought process throughout this whole thing, throughout our journey, before being able to understand the way the society taught us falsities about food and how all of that impacts us and all of those things. Because we first think that it's important to know how to exercise before we develop the concept of eating healthy. And then after we develop the concept of eating healthy, then we go through this whole process of depression or loving the way it works out for us, but then you fall back into it, or you just completely restrict yourself. And like I did, I completely restricted myself at one point, and that created, I became bulimic because of that. And that was really bad. I wasn't throwing up, but I was still I had this fear of food within me. And I was so scared of eating anything because I would get fat or whatever. That's how I thought. And another problem that I created within myself was I restricted myself to a diet of a lot of protein and eggs and all of that. And I created very bad problems with my gallbladder. And now I have gallbladder attacks. I had about 8 since 2 years ago. And I'm trying to build up my gallbladder strength again through healthy foods and all that. But the point is that I just don't want all of you to have to go through that. The point of these videos are not to get followers or get people subbing or whatever. The point of it is to help. If I can just help one person and save them from going through what I had to go through when I was trying to lose weight, I'm more than happy to do that. That's what I'm doing this for. And I want to teach all of you that it's a journey, because too often we hear that it's so quick, it's so easy, it's just you get the results within no time, when really it's not like that. And it took me, I don't want to discourage any of you, but it took me 4 years to get to the point where I am now, where I love food, I don't have a fear of food, I eat it when I want to, eat however much of it I want to, and I don't restrict myself. Of course, I don't restrict myself now to get results or whatever. I restrict myself now because I know how my body will react to it, and I've learned to listen to my body and eat intuitively, and that's a key. And it took me 4 years to get to this point, which doesn't mean it's going to take you that long, because it took me 4 years to learn all of this myself, and to learn to not just trust what magazines tell me or what celebrities say on TV or whatever. And if you follow through with me and you follow this journey with me and this series with me, I promise it's going to help you. And it'll teach you what I didn't know 4 years ago in order to lose weight and to see results, and to do it in a healthy and emotionally healthy way. And another thing for this with these videos is, please make yourselves relatable to me. Post your journey. Tell me what you're going through at the bottom of in the comment section. Keep me posted about this journey. Tell me how your process is going. Whatever you need help with, I'm here. That's why I'm creating this channel. And that's what I really want, is for us to be relatable to each other. And even if I don't answer your questions directly, I'll answer them indirectly in a video, or I'll answer it as like a group type of thing. And I also made this channel to teach you what I know, and also be taught what I don't know. So if there's something in here that I say that's wrong in any of my videos, please correct me down in the comment section below. And please keep me on my toes. I like being kept on my toes. And I just want to grow together in this journey. And the next video I want to make is going to be about, I don't really have a plan exactly on, I have a general plan on how I want this kind of journey to go, these videos to go, but I'm not going to, I have no specific outline. I want to kind of go with the flow based on what I get in my comment section, based on feedback, based on how I watch these videos and what I think will be a good video to talk about next, or the one after. The one that I want to talk about next is going to be about magazines, and how the messages within magazines and on magazine covers are very deceiving, and how they're very damaging. And I realized this just not too long ago when I went to a friend's house and picked up one of the magazines she was reading. And when I saw the messages on there, I literally flipped. Like, I got so annoyed and frustrated, and it's just, they're not healthy, and that's what I want to talk about in the next video. And you guys will see what I'm talking about, because this is also another important aspect of learning how to break this this hold that society has on us when it comes to losing weight and nutrition and all of that. So until the next video, I will see you guys later. Comment, like, and subscribe. Bye.